From yesterday's phone conversation with Trump, as you know, my colleague Russian presidential aide Yuri Ushakov held a conference call immediately after. Besides, we have also reported that immediately after the phone conversation, Putin gathered the permanent members of the Security Council and informed them in detail about the content of the phone conversation with the US President Donald Trump. Today, we will soon inform you about the phone conversation with Hungarian Prime Minister Orban. He also spoke about the intention to have a conversation with Putin. This phone conversation happened.
Regarding the upcoming summit, is it clear how the logistics of the flight will be arranged? Because we will have to request permission from other countries for the flight. Will it be Bulgaria, Poland, or another?
It is, of course, unclear at this point. There is the will of the presidents to hold such a meeting, but first, Russian Foreign Minister Lavrov and the US Secretary of State Marco Rubio will work on this matter. They will first call and meet to discuss the whole topic, all issues. There are many issues, negotiation teams need to be determined, and so forth. Therefore, everything will proceed step by step. But, of course, the will of the presidents is there, it is recorded, and this was discussed during yesterday's phone conversation.
Trump said the meeting could take place within 2 weeks. Is this his subjective assumption or an agreement?
It really might happen within 2 weeks or slightly later. It's a general understanding that there's no need to delay.
Could the Kremlin share details of what the Russian president offered to Donald Trump during the phone conversation that changed the course of the conversation?
What do you mean, change the course of the conversation?
We hear completely different statements from Donald Trump, including on tomahawks. And they started organizing the meeting immediately.
The presidents, as a matter of fact, did not deny the possibility of continuing direct dialogue at the highest level. They have declared their readiness and interest in this. But, of course, the content of the conversation should remain outside the media. That is why it's a conversation between two presidents, after all.
Is it known where the meeting between Sergey Lavrov and Rubio might take place? Also in Hungary.
They will agree on it themselves and will inform you.
Did Putin and Trump touch on Russia's proposals on the New START during their conversation? Could this issue be part of the agenda of the upcoming summit in Budapest?
As for the content, we have already stated everything in our statement during yesterday's Ushakov's briefing. We have nothing to add regarding the content at the moment.
For 3.5 years of the Ukrainian conflict, many countries have expressed a desire to serve as peacemakers, as mediators in settling the conflict. The first Russia-US summit took place on US territory. Why was the choice for the second summit made in favor of Hungary, a country hostile to us as part of NATO and the European Union, although Hungary itself is not considered so by us?
Such decisions are made reciprocally. It's a bilateral process in making such decisions about the venue. In this case, of course, Hungary, as a country both in NATO and the EU, occupies a unique position in terms of its sovereignty, in terms of defending its own interests. This commands respect from the leaders, undoubtedly.
Regarding the conversation that took place today between Putin and Orban, could you briefly explain?
We will issue a statement, as we usually do.
Yuri Sharkov said the Russian side initiated the conversation. Why was this initiative taken now? How does the current situation differ from that after the summit in Anchorage?
We proposed the phone conversation, following President Trump's successful trip to the Middle East. President Putin intended primarily to congratulate Trump on this success.
Did yesterday's conversation somehow eliminate or possibly reduce the threat of Tomahawk missile supplies to Ukraine?
Probably, this question should be directed to our American counterparts. But the position of the Russian side was clearly articulated by President Putin, there should be no doubt about this.